Okay, so I hope it focuses. The 2026 World Cup has just started and I've decided to create myself a stupid challenge. I'm going to ride a mile for every single goal that's scored in this World Cup. Okay, so the 2026 FIFA World Cup marks the first ever 48 team tournament, expanded from the previous 32 team format. Now that is bad news. There were exactly 172 goals scored in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The first thing that popped into my head about cycling was like, I'm going to be out all day kind of ride. Literally all day. It's going to be higher than 200 goals then. Oh God, 200k. Oh man. I have ideas without even thinking about the magnitude of the idea. I thought, yeah, there won't be that many goals scored. Until I do some Googling. I should do the Googling before, but I've already set myself the goal. So then I kind of think, like, don't be a pussy about it. You've had the idea, just go through with it. But I love playing in that grey area of, like, slightly stupid, but a great idea if you do achieve it in the end. So it's actually been a while since I've been on this, and by this I mean the bike. I think it's been nearly 2 weeks, and it's been even longer since I've been on Zwift, so it's good to get back on here. My arse is taking a bit of getting used to. Just ushing around to try and find the most comfortable position. This is how long I haven't been on here. It recommended a 1 hour easy endurance ride, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Anyway, let's talk a bit more about what this video is about, which is, can I ride as many miles in the week as goal scored in the World Cup, and see if I can keep up, because it's on for like about 5 weeks I think, so I'll see if I'll be able to keep up with the amount of goals scored. And with that Germany game the other day, there was 8 goals in the one game, so whew, that's a nice tally to start me off with. However, these videos are going to be like part of a series, but I'm going to be doing one video at the end, which is probably going to be the hardest endurance challenge, like long endurance challenge I've ever done. All the goals added up together in total, and then ride that in one go in kilometres. Now I'm kind of dreading what it's going to be. It's going to be about 250 or something like that. So I'll figure that out when I get there. And doing all these miles and the weeks leading up to it, it'll be good training, and there'll be like a slight natural taper because there'll be less and less goals because there's less and less teams. How well I can execute it, I do not know, but that's the challenging part of it. How well will I be able to perform whilst doing it, and how well will I be able to document it and make it actually watchable? That's why I've had to enter a coffee stop already. I've been riding for 11 minutes. I need to go and get a towel. Okay then, so after I've had my little coffee stop, I've had my little break. Alexa, how many goals have been scored in the 2026 World Cup so far? She's not sure how to help me with that, so this is hard work, mate. How many goals have been scored? Come on Google, sort me out. Here we go, AI overview. As of June 18, 2026, there have been 75 goals scored in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This total comes after 24 completed matches, yielding a high average of 3 goals per game. Great, that's just what we want for this challenge. 75 times 1.6, 120k. At this moment in time, without any more games being played, I need to ride 120k this week. I've currently done 8.8. So this is the first time, I think, it definitely is 48 teams included in this World Cup. Not sure if it's the first time it's ever happened, but the last tournament was 32 teams. I'm going to hit you with some fun facts now. Who don't love a fun fact? So if you don't know about the match ball, it's got a built-in motion sensor, real-time tracking technology, and data is transmitted 500 times per second. I thought VAR was bad enough. Why do they now need a ball that you can basically WhatsApp? Due to them teams being added, there is now 40 more football games, and with an expected goal to game ratio of a very high 3. So if you times 40 by 3, there's another 120 goals if you're going off this high average what is currently going on. If you didn't watch the Cape Verde Spain game, you've probably, well, you might have heard this, but oh my life, I'm blowing again. They drew 0-0 and the keeper played amazing. I think before the game he had 50,000 subscribers, I think, on Instagram, and now with the last I heard he's up to 7.4 million or something like that. That's probably got to be one of the quickest growing Instagram accounts ever. I'm sure this is true, I'm sure I've heard this anyway. It's the first time ever that two countries at war, being USA and Iran, actually play each other in the World Cup. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a sweaty mess. Done an hour, all done and dusted. Last fact for the day. Now, I didn't know this myself. I didn't think it was going to be this. It's a golden trophy that is awarded to the winners, obviously. And it is apparently made out of 18 karat gold. Where does it say this? Made of 18 karat gold with bands of malachite. That's the green parts at the bottom. It weighs about 6.1 kilograms, which carries a material value estimated at around $250,000 to over $700,000, depending on gold prices. Now that is mental. But obviously there's only one, so that makes it worth a lot more. Let's go and have a wash. There's day one done of my World Cup challenge. How many kilometres? 32k. So if no goals are scored from now until Sunday, which I can't see happening, I've now got 88k to ride, and I'll do that on Saturday and Sunday. But let's be honest, there's going to be a few more goals scored. Hopefully there's a few more goals scored next Tuesday as well. That's when England play, by the way. Hey, we battered Croatia yesterday 4-2. Can't really use the word battered, can I? But second half, mate, whew, come out like a different team. That's what we like to see. Honestly, this may have been the best half an hour I have ever had on a bike. It's just everything's, no, not even like all the external factors have come into play and made it the best ride ever. Like the road surface is pretty wank, to be honest. But I changed my mindset this morning. I thought to myself, I'm going to look forward to this before I even get out the door. Like, I'm not going to think what I usually think, which is, oh, it's going to be an hour and a half, boring. Some rides I can't wait to get home, and I'm halfway through and I just think, just pedal quicker to get back home. So today I thought, do you know what? I'm going to like surrender myself to just be open and enjoy it whilst I'm out there. I'm not going to pressure for any time. And I think sometimes that's what makes me not enjoy it the most. And I'm also not only using this to complete my challenge, the World Cup challenge, because that is what this video is about. Gone off on a slight tangent as usual, but I'm using it to kind of train my mental state as well, because at the end of the World Cup it's going to be something like a 250k ride. That's going to be way more than I've ever done before, and I'm going to be out probably at least 8 hours or something like that.
These dismissing the hard work, they calling it talent. And I find that disrespectful, cause I put on the mileage. Up for the but I'm down for the challenge. Step off the scene just to find me a balance. These niggas don't want it to get it, cause when it got hard, them niggas I put it. So much hustle, dog. It's all about that muscle, dog, yeah. Trying to make it out the struggle, dog, yeah.
I mean, it's only right to mention England at some point in this video. At the time of recording this, we played Croatia about I don't know, a couple of days ago. We beat them 4-2, and the first thing that like I want to talk about is how compared to Southgate, I think when we were drawing or 3-2 up, he brought 2 or 3 subs on that were more attacking. Now, as an England fan, we always have this delusional optimism that we're going to win, but it fills you with a bit of hope that the manager we've got now is making more proactive choices. So hopefully, I'm not going to say this is the year, but we play some better football. And I mean, I've got this theory in my head that with Southgate, we didn't play the best football. Everyone was moaning, but yeah, we went quite far in a fair few tournaments. We even got to a final one year, but the football was crap, like I've just said. So my theory is that we're going to play some much better football this year, but we'll go out when we don't deserve to. We'll go out early, like, to something stupid. I don't know which one I'd rather have. I'd rather get to the finals and the semi-finals and things like that, but some nice football will be nice to watch as well, do you know what I mean? But I'm asking for the best of both worlds, so we'll see how we get on. If you ever think to yourself that you don't look like a cyclist, because I've done that in the past, you see your reflection, you just think, I look like a knob. Buy yourself a long sleeve jersey. Oh, there we go, my washing's done. And get yourself some of these bad boys, these sexy latex things. Automatically upgrades it. That's mad, that is. I think you forget how big they actually are. I think I'm getting quite good at just accepting the fact that I'm going to be on the bike for a while. For a while, I mean like 2 hours, around 2 hours. And just accepting that, yeah, I haven't got to go as quick as I can just to try and get it over and done with. I mentioned this yesterday, but it's just about changing that mindset before you even go out. I used to get on the bike and then think, let's get this done quick so I can get back home. And then I thought to myself before I'd done this ride, yeah, I'd get back home and then what? I'd just complain about being bored and not doing anything. So I'd rather be out here doing this, taking my time. I don't know if you've ever not tried at something and found out that you do just as good because you've got no pressure and you're not forcing things. I've got 60k to do today to tally up to the amount of goals I discussed when I was in the garage, and then when the new week rolls around, I'll carry on from where I left off. If you've managed to get through all my rambling in this video and you've made it to this point, then let me know who you think is going to win the World Cup. Can't be a World Cup video without asking you that question, can it? I've had an outsider, I think it was 30-1 or 50-1, and the team is Japan. Just a little outsider because I thought they played wicked. It'll be interesting to see how well they do, or even if they make it out the groups. Okay, so I've just got back from that 50k ride and I'm going to add up all my tallies now. I've done 32k on Zwift the other day. Yesterday I done easy 90 minutes, 35.28. So then 52 point that. What have I done today? 50.85, 1.87k. I think that's going to be the shortest Zwift session I ever do. So as you can see, I'm not in my usual attire. Got the cheeky Crocs on as well, because I've still got 1.8k to do, like I said earlier. And I've just had my tea and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to earn my pudding. I've done 0.7. I've just joined a robo pacer at, I think it's 1 watt per kilo or 0.9 watts per kilo, because it's already hot enough outside. I don't want to make myself any sweatier than I already am. And if you think I'm putting my proper clothes on to do this, then think again. And that'll tally me up to what I need to be for the week. The Belgium versus Iran game is currently playing whilst I speak, so I'll just add this on to next week's tally. I'll round it up to 1.9 as well, just to get them last few meters in. So there we go, done. Week 1 is done. I kind of underestimated how much I need to stay on top of it, and next week I'll actually start earlier in the week to make it a little bit easier for myself, and I can follow on with the games a bit more and talk about the games that have currently happened or that happened last night instead of just saying, here's the amount of goals scored, here's the amount of miles I need to ride. So if you do actually like this concept, it's like something happening in the real world at a real time, and you can follow on with like a cycling journey. If you want to follow along with that, you know what to do. The button's down there somewhere, just click it, and see you next week.